OMC, this is Roleen reporting. Today's story is about the friendship of two women in the Bible, Naomi and Ruth. Their friendship reminds me so much of how I am with my best friend Brooke. Ruth was so loyal to Naomi, and it just reminds me of how loyal Brooke is to me. Now, I decided to ask some of you what you thought a good friend means. So, what do you think?
A good friend is someone that cheers you up when you're down.
What I think makes a good friend is when they are kind to me and they don't exclude me.
A good friend would come to my soccer games and cheer me on. Woo!
A good friend to me means that somebody who's caring.
Someone who's trustworthy and is responsible. Someone who I always want to tell good news.
Somebody who really has my back.
Someone who you can trust.
Those were some great qualities to have in a friend. Now, one of the first things I heard was that a good friend cheers you up when you are down. Well, Naomi and her two daughter-in-laws were definitely down. Naomi's husband died, and then her sons, who were married to Orpah and Ruth, they both died too. So all three women were widows, and they very, very much had to depend on each other to cheer each other up and lift each other up because they were so down. The three of them leaned on each other during this very tough time. Years later, Naomi decided to return to Bethlehem because that's where she was from. Orpah decided to stay, but Ruth would not let Naomi travel on her own. She was such a good, loyal friend that she insisted on traveling with her. The journey was long and hard, but Naomi and Ruth had each other. And once they reached their destination, God strategically placed a man named Boaz in Naomi and Ruth's life. Boaz saw their friendship. He was watching from afar, and he noticed how loyal Naomi and Ruth were to each other, and specifically how kind Ruth was to Naomi. So Boaz instructed the other farm workers to leave a little grain so that Ruth and Naomi could gather it. And they did, and they were able to make bread. So God made a way out of a situation that could have gone pretty badly. But Naomi and Ruth found success in their new home, and Ruth ended up marrying Boaz. Earlier, you heard Trent say that a good friend always has your back. Well, Ruth indeed had Naomi's back. And Naomi was so grateful for their friendship because it really helped them both come out of the darkness and the sadness that they had before. My very favorite flower in this whole world is a sunflower. The reason I love sunflowers so much is that no matter how dark it is outside, when it starts getting dusk, they still turn their face towards the sun. And I think that's what a good friend does. They turn your face, your attention, your focus, they turn it to the light, to the positivity. They give you so much love that even in your darkest days, you still feel a little hope. So, this week, I want you to make sure to tell your friends that are sunflowers for you, that make you feel like a sunflower. I want you to tell them how much you love them, because you know what? Friends like that, like Naomi and Ruth, those kind of friends are a blessing. They're a blessing from God. So let them know how much you love them and how much you appreciate them, and make sure to be a blessing to others. Have a great week.